Welcome. Your next big changes is today's time. Let's pick a card. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Pile 1 we have raw morganite, pile 2 orange calcite, and pile 3 blue lace agate. Take another deep breath. And exhale. Timestamps will be in the description box. Pause the video now if you need more time to choose your pile. See you at your pile. Welcome pile 1. You chose raw morganite. Alright, so what are your next big changes? So we have the number 46 there and the number 10 as well as the number 1. Just felt like taking a really deep breath, so maybe that is something you need to do. With this raw morganite, I'm feeling a sense of peace. So what I'm seeing is a lot of turmoil that you've been dealing with, and all of a sudden you're overcoming it, and life just becomes peaceful, gentle. Life will be gentler toward you because you're also being gentler toward yourself. I see self-forgiveness at the basis of this, so there's a sense of empathy and self-forgiveness here. So on the one hand, you are able to feel empathy toward others because you're able to forgive yourself. So there's this chain reaction here, and it's going to change everything. Your own compassion toward yourself is going to turn out toward others, and you're going to receive it back. So to explain, it seems like all the turmoil that you've been through is somehow connected to the fact that this energy wasn't in motion for you. You weren't able to put it in motion for yourself, therefore difficult to put it toward others and difficult to get it back, if that makes sense. And so you're inverting this tendency here, closing out a cycle and starting a new one. All right, beautiful. That message was so intense that I actually had to really close my eyes to deliver that. It's really beautiful. What a way to start this reading. Peace. Peace is actually the highest, close to the highest of all frequencies. Highest of vibrations, close to love and joy and all of that. Capricorn, you could have Capricorn in your chart. 12, the 12th house, and the moon. All right. Yeah, with the 12th house and the moon here, I see there's a lot of healing of the subconscious, healing traumas, and healing generational karma and ancestral trauma. Also healing the heaviness, healing the fear away, healing the overthinking, the overdoing, the overextending, and taking that pressure off yourself, because you were putting this unnecessary pressure on yourself and you were doing the same to other people. Much like if you're hard on yourself, you're being hard on others as well. And so it's like something in you clicked and you noticed this pattern within you and you stopped it, or you're going to. So there's a lot of healing around, there's mental healing, mental health. I'm seeing your mental health improving, whatever that means for you, however you felt you were being affected mentally. just seeing a heaviness on your mental health here, and I see you working through this slowly but surely. And the big changes coming for you very soon is that you're going to overcome whatever these mental health issues may be. You're going to do a lot of healing of your inner child and a lot of healing of just these inner processes that have been running you subconsciously. And so any triggers that came out on and had you reacting a certain way, there's an understanding of why these triggers were there and working through them. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are going through therapy, or if you're going to decide to, or if there's just something that you learn and do and that's going to click and it's going to make these changes here. There's some sort of discipline that you took toward your own mental health, and it's paying off. And it's paying off. And you know, I was just looking at this box here, and I'm just gonna look at this because it's in the box. I didn't shuffle this one, but it was looking at me for some reason. So I'm gonna take this card. So interesting what happens here. So I'm actually gonna take it and I'm gonna leave it there. So the number 5061, the number 61 could be relevant to you. And the number 7. So 7 is all about your spiritual path, and the number 12 is a very spiritual number. And there's like color and darkness, and we have a mask there. So what I'm interpreting here is that there is this phase in your life where you're wearing this mask, you're playing a role that you think fits you for, you know, to please society or to please someone, or just this mask that you think you have to wear, or this way that you think you have to be to please society. And it's all good and it's all colorful, but there's a dark side to this that only you can feel, or only you could feel. And so that dark side that is addressed is what is behind your mask, behind the face that you show society. And those are the things that I feel that you needed to make peace with. Because although it all looked really colorful from the outside superficially, no one really knew what was going on with you. And so it's this darkness that maybe you've been addressing, and it has been the very source of your external turmoil, if that makes sense. Any turmoil that you experienced on the outside was caused by your inner turmoil. And so what I feel is you're going to feel this sense of inner peace. I'm feeling such a sense of peace going into this pile number 1. And you're coming to this place where you're seeing your own humaneness, your own humanity, and you're being kinder toward yourself. And because of this, you're going to allow yourself to be more vulnerable and to externalize more of who you truly are. And it's going to bring you a huge sense of inner peace, and you're going to own your shadow as well. And because of that, you will be accepted, because we all have our shadows, and it's in being vulnerable and sharing our shadows that being vulnerable with being able to talk about it even, and show these shadows in some way, that we are able to see humanity in others as well. But there's a sense here, to get to this point of peace, your human experience is not enough. There's a spiritual experience with your higher self, with God, with the higher realms. And I feel this acceptance of your shadows has been made, has been done, but now you're transcending that, and you're really striving to be a lot more. And so the big changes are really, you're becoming a better person. Not to say that you weren't a good person before, but it's just that you truly genuinely are, and the more you do that, the more peace you're going to feel. I have the Starseer. So you may have recently heard about star seeds, or you're curious about your starseed origins. If you haven't yet, go check out my starseed pick a cards here on the channel. I have at least 2 of them, where you can find out what your starseed origins are and what that means for you. So I could also link those, one of them at the end of this video in a special suggestion box at the top right corner of the video. But it's like reaching for the stars. With this card here, I'm seeing you're reaching for the stars. Your third eye is very active. It's like there's a strong gift of clairvoyance that is expanding for you, meaning that you're getting a lot of messages through images and visions and dreams that are significant. So if you have significant dreams, such as strong feeling sensations or people who you come across or whatever it is, you may want to journal because they are messages for you, for your path. And everything has meaning, the colors, the smells, if any. You can even smell things in dreams, or how you felt, if you saw anything and what happened in the dream. It all carries significance. Animal totems, all those kind of things. But what I see, the big changes, is some of you are becoming stars, like in your fields, okay? Whatever you do for a living, you're going to become famous for it maybe, or a star, or you're going to go global with it. There could be something here to do with social media or online e-commerce, that kind of thing. I see for some of you working in silence to become your own boss. And so you are silent entrepreneurs, and that's going to go really, really well. You're going to be rising stars. I do see rising stars here. I see a lot of healing as well overall. I see a lot of healing and achieving a big goal that you may have. Having a big dream come true, that big dream come true. And climbing the ladder of success, whatever that ladder of success means to you. Okay? But it's definitely connected to you being your best version and being really at peace. That is the basis of all this. And so it's like your life is going to turn out a lot better than you could have ever dreamt it would. It's going to be much better than you expected. And you do have this big path, this greater path here. So this was the actual card that I did shuffle for you guys. So I'm going to put it on top of that one, the fault line. So with the fault line being there, what I'm seeing is separating an old existence from a new one for you, and really separating yourself from what no longer serves you and what no longer serves this higher path that you have and this higher self that you are embracing. It's like you're no longer allowing yourself to fall back into certain patterns that were either destructive or toxic, or were just holding you back from having the best experience and the best life that you could have. And so it's like there are lessons that you've learned, and you're not exactly going back now into these patterns, if you will. So there's a sense that you're letting go of these very toxic patterns that were the very things that were actually holding you back from achieving your highest potential. And what I see is that something in your life, there's going to be some kind of crack that it's going to reveal itself. Something that really shows you that a clear path ahead, because the path it's either one or the other. It's just there's a path that you simply can't continue on because it was a delusion, and you're going to see through the illusions here, and you're going to know exactly, because it's about when we pretend, or when we're like, oh no, I'm fine, I'm good, everything's always good, or you're pretending or playing a role because of what other people may think of you. You know, the cracks start showing, and you're going to see your own cracks, and you know what, maybe someone's going to see them as well and going to call you out on it. But it's going to serve you your highest good. If this hasn't happened yet, this is something that's going to happen. And there's good reason why you were wearing this mask. It was because there was fear behind it, and there was a feeling of being tense, and just, for some of you, the reason why you were wearing this mask, metaphorically of course, was because you felt like you had to walk on eggshells maybe around someone when you were a child, and you grew up with this dynamic, and you carried it through your adulthood, because maybe you did expect other people to make you have to walk on eggshells as well, even if they had no intention, or even if they had nothing to do with whoever caused you this feeling in the first place. And so it's like you grew up under a lot of pressure to perform in a certain way. And there's a piece coming from the fact that you're understanding that you don't have to do this any longer. This is not something that has to be perpetuated. Okay. Just thinking where I could put this one. Maybe here. All right, so we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's a strong ending here for you. And I like to see this card here right at the beginning, because I see this as an ending of something that was very painful. Okay, and that's one of the big changes, is the ending of something that was very painful, has been, okay? And look how we have this big bird being fed by a smaller bird. It's almost like it kept you stuck in some kind of a pattern that you had as a child. And you haven't outgrown that pattern until now, where you're outgrowing it. It was a pattern of feeling left out in the cold, or not having enough financially. And you know, if you were dependent on someone to feed you, like literally give you money or something like that, I see that you're no longer going to be, let me just push that up there so we can have more space. You're no longer going to be dependent, financially dependent on someone to provide for you. If you're at that age where you're moving out of the house, I'm sorry guys, I'm just struggling to find the aesthetic here. If you were, let's say, financially dependent on your parents, you're going to be able to provide for yourself. And if you were, of course, if that's not your situation, and you're older and you are already emancipated and you know your own person, where you've been providing for yourself for a very long time, but you've just been dealing with the lack of resources, that is about to change. You're coming out of scarcity. Okay, now this also again comes on the tails of coming out of a scarcity mindset. So this all starts in your mind, and it will show in your life and around you. You're realizing that you can actually, I'm seeing a healing around financial issues, and it starts with healing around your, the way you think of abundance and lack and money, and how you spend, and what you're thinking when you're spending, what you're thinking when you're paying your bills. There seems to be a total, you're taking the pressure off yourself when it comes to having enough money, having to spend money, and you're just easing up on the process because you're telling yourself different things than you used to. Because it seems like what was passed on to you was that there was never enough money, and there would never be enough, and you would have to work hard your whole life and you still wouldn't make enough money. It seems like it was ingrained in you. And now again, if you don't resonate with this reading at all, you can click off. There may be other messages not to do with money here, but if this is your reading, you can stay. If not, you can maybe choose another pile. But what I do see here is the end of lack, the end of scarcity, and definitely starts with the end of a lack mindset, okay? It seems like you're doing something to program your mind differently when it comes to money. You may be watching people who help you manifest money or tell you what's wrong with how you've been manifesting. And it definitely seems to be connected to some kind of information that was passed on to you from a generation before yours, okay? Okay, because, and there's a clear way where you can heal this. This way is by really being grateful, first of all, for having anything in your life, whatever you have in your life, and just start by being grateful for that. If you have to pay a bill and if you have the money to pay that bill, even if you may be left with little to nothing, when you do pay that bill, be grateful that you have the money to pay that bill. Be grateful for the fact that you have the money to eat or go to the supermarket, because that energy of gratitude is the platform to take you to the next level. Okay? If you close yourself completely off from gratitude, you're closing yourself off from an energy of moving to the next level. You're closing yourself off from getting handed a key to open that door to the next level. That's exactly what gratitude is. It's a key that opens the door to the next level and raising your vibration. And it seems like you're going to do something about it. Knight of Cups. You could have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in your chart. There's good news coming your way. Good news coming your way. All right, that's what I'm seeing here. Good news coming your way. But I want to know more. So we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, this could be coming from a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Could be bringing you this good news. On another note, though, guys, what I'm seeing here is someone is expressing their love toward you and wanting to take things to the next level toward you. Okay, let's see. The Two of Wands. It seems like you have some planning to do ahead. After you get this good news about money, you're going to be able to make some plans that you've been putting off for a while. Now, I'm not seeing anything romantic with these plans, but it could be inclusive, because I do see a lion and a lioness. I do see that there's some good news that's going to allow you to make plans for the future, clear plans for the future. Like, whatever this good news is, it's bringing you clarity on exactly what you need to leave behind and how you can move forward. So it's going to help you. It's going to help you make a plan here. It's the clarity you need to be able to make this plan forward. And, you know, it could also be a plan of a life together with someone. It could literally be a proposal that, now I'm seeing something else. If you ended things with someone, or if you're separated from someone, I feel this person is coming in for reconciliation, or to come closer to you and take you out of the cold that maybe they put you in, and make plans for the future with you, okay? Starting with some kind of romantic proposal here. Now, for others of you, as I got this card for you guys, and it's a new career, this good news could be taking you out of lack, because it's bringing you money, and it has something to do with a new job or a new career or a new opportunity to work. And it says your work focus is shifting in a positive, new, and successful direction. So if you're not knowing how to make money, you're going to have the solution to that. If you don't know what's happening next for work, well, there's a new career opportunity coming, and it's bringing you a lot of abundance and success. And it seems like a shift. But again, look at the basis of all this. Be yourself. It's about being genuine and authentic. If you were trying to get opportunities by wearing that mask before, Once you take off this mask, those opportunities are going to be tenfold, if not 12 times more, because we have the number 12 there. So basically, this is telling you what was getting in your way really truly was the fact that you weren't being yourself. You weren't being authentic. But you needed to gain clarity. You needed to go within and do that work to realize exactly who you are. And the good news is that being yourself is exactly what you needed to do, because you are this unicorn here, meaning that you have these unique talents, you have this unique discipline, you have this uniqueness about you that is just yours, that the world needs, and only you have it. And that is the basis of your personal power in this whole situation, when it comes to career and when it comes to love, okay? Pile number 1, that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It really helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. If you want to see more of my videos, you can click on the bell for notifications. Comment how this resonates for you if it did not. Choose another pile. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time. Welcome, pile 2. If you chose this orange calcite, this is your reading. These are your next big changes. Okay, so your next big changes could have to do with a twin flame, okay? Because I do see these look like 2 people in there. And the color orange, you know, reminds me of fire and flames, and so twin flame energy possibly. So it could be involving your twin flame, these big changes. The number 40 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 4. Yeah, it seems like you've been stuck in some kind of a cycle where you've been just, all you can do is, you know, do your day-to-day, be as hardworking and organized as possible, as disciplined as possible. But now what I see is some freedom from all of this, and some freedom to create, some freedom to play and be romantic, and finding creative solutions when you least expect them, because you're having the opportunity to break free from this these routines. And so this is an energy with the sacral chakra and the orange energy here of birthing something new, something, creating something, whether it's human life or a project, or just coming up with creative solutions. This orange is connected to sensuality, and I believe it's in the Hindu culture, it is connected to marriage as well. And so for some of you, there is someone is getting married here, and that is one big change, and possibly to your twin flame, okay? I definitely see a very sensual, sexual connection, very creative, very pleasurable, very joyful, lighthearted, and childlike, romantic. Very beautiful connection here. But it's also going to require its own level of discipline, okay? Because marriage is also work, right? It doesn't come as easy as people think many times, depending on what stage you are in life and in love. But that generally at a certain phase in your life, there's the sense that it should be easy, when that is not exactly the case. We have the sun, okay, so joy, happiness, confirming. Solar plexus chakra, we have Pisces, and we have the number 2 and second house, but 2 is relationships as well. 2 people, partnership, a happy partnership, it's like a dreamy kind of love. Very unique. It's like you're partnering up with the one. I'm also seeing a lot of growth. I do see your self-confidence levels going up. You're allowing yourself to dream, and you're going to get strong dreams about maybe who you're going to marry, how your marriage is going to be, that kind of thing. Or you're going to dream up a project that is going to be very successful. And in pursuing this project, your self-confidence will really benefit from this. But this project is going to be with someone who's very like-minded. This is like a partnership. This is not going to be something that you're going to do on your own. For some of you, you're aligning with your dream partner, with your soulmate, with your twin flame, with the person who really makes your heart happy, okay? Who truly makes you happy. We have the 2 dolphins there. So, and you know, apparently dolphins mate for life, so this is someone whom you may spend the rest of your life with. And if this is a work thing, you're aligning with someone you're going to work with until, you know, until the end. It's like a dream partnership, a dreamy, happy, creative, sensual partnership, whether this is love or work or both. It could be both. And this is happening because both people have evolved immensely spiritually, because we have a dragonfly right there in the middle. And it's like the only way is up. No one here is a complainer. No one here is dragging the other one down. They're just both going up, twirling up toward the surface. The womb, oh my goodness. So some of you are going to be creating a child or a project, and it's like in the womb phase right now. Okay? So those could be your big changes. Could be a child, could be a project. Take what resonates for your situation. The number 46 could be relevant, as well as the number 10 and the number 1. A new beginning, a new seed. Okay. King of Wands. Someone here could have Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in their chart. Okay, King of Wands. Temperance, Sagittarius energy, soulmates, but also a lot of healing, transmuting negative to positive energy, and time, divine timing. Okay. Patience, 6 of Wands. Your victory is coming. Patience, your victory is coming. Success here. After healing. Being acknowledged for your work and applauded. A new beginning. For some of you, you're relocating somewhere. Or to a new house, or a new city, or planting a new seed. But again, this could be the seed in that womb there. The child or the project that is in the womb phase right now. The Wheel of Fortune. If this is a child, your child is going to be very, very fortunate. But I'm seeing the beginning of wealth here. Like planting some kind of a seed that's going to be healthy, that's going to grow, that's going to thrive. And it's going to bring wealth and stability. So if this is a child, your child will be successful, wealthy, stable, and tempered, very balanced, very successful, very accomplished. If this is your project, it's going to be successful. It's going to bring in a wealth, okay? Okay, I'm seeing healing, healed, and healer. So healing energy is surrounding you and the situation. You have had to undergo a lot of healing, and you had to be very patient. There were many cycles here before you got to this point, but you've been healing and you're healed, and you're even turning into a healer here. Whatever you've been through in terms of the need for healing, you're now able to help others heal as well. And whatever situation you had to wait a long time for to heal, it is now coming to the point where it's healed, and your desire is within reach, whatever that is. Have faith as everything is working out in your favor. And it's something about a new beginning that you want that's going to grow physically or bring in a lot of wealth, or both, okay? So this could be a marriage where you then have a child, and your child thrives, is very healthy, very wealthy, very stable. And this could also be a partnership where you start a project, whether it's a romantic partnership or not, and it grows and it thrives and it succeeds and it brings in wealth and it's stable and healthy for you as well. So take what resonates, pile number 2. Interesting how we got the synchronicity of pile number 2 and the number 2 on the dice. So that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Let me know how this resonates for you in the comments section. If it did not resonate, choose another pile. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It really helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you and see you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time. Welcome, pile 3. If you chose the blue lace agate, this is your reading. These are your next big changes. So the number 12 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 3. So I'm seeing December 3rd or March 12th. The number 3 means progress. It could also mean that you have some Gemini placement. Communication may be important, as well as any mental processes that may be going on. Maybe you've learned something recently, or you're going to be researching or reading something. I do see a lot of mental activity here, but I do see you reaching a conclusion that's going to bring you peace. I do see you coming to this point where you're going to reach a conclusion that's going to bring you peace. And a release from stress here, a release from stress. It's like you're coming from a place of maybe being an overthinker to a place of non-attachment. Non-attachment to outcomes, letting it be, letting go and surrendering as a key to unlock you to the next stage and away from fear. It's like to lock the door behind you and leave fear in the past because it's not serving you in any way. And coming to that realization. It's interesting how pile number 1 also got a message about peace, so I feel there is an extended messages for you guys in pile number 1. Ultimately, pile number 3, what I see for you guys is freedom from unnecessary drama. This unnecessary drama being rooted in fear, because you see, when people are in fear, everything is caused to be worried. If everything is caused to be fearful, if everything is caused to be paralyzed, metaphorically speaking, in your thoughts, then that means you're being run by fear. And when you're run by fear, there is no peace. There is no abundance. There is no love. There is nothing else. And so if you want to move forward in life, and if you want to grow, if you want to thrive, if you want to be happy, fear is that illusion that you need to leave behind. Unless you're dealing with something that is life-threatening in the moment, where fear has its function to protect you. Other than that, it's just holding you back in life. And so when you live in fear, it means that you're focused on the negatives, you're focused on what could go wrong. And when that happens, you attract a lot of drama because you act from a place of fear, from a place that, oh, I could lose something here, or I could be affected negatively in this way. And so you're constantly defending yourself. You're constantly in a battlefield. And when we're fighting, we are creating drama. Or when we are complaining, or when we are trying to put our point across out of fear that if someone doesn't see our point, then they may act erratically. That kind of thing. So there's this lightness and accepting things peacefully, accepting that certain people are always going to think a certain way and that certain things are never going to change. And once you do that, then it just becomes lighter. And you detach from the outcomes, you detach from the fear, basically. So beautiful. All right. Leo could be someone, could have strong Leo in your chart. The 5th house, wow, that's more Leo energy, 5th house energy. And Uranus. All right, so for some of you guys, there is a surprise pregnancy. I'm just going to go ahead and say that, okay? For others of you, you're going to have a surprise acceptance to adopt a child as soon as you let go of worrying and let go of fear. Then that surprise comes through. Or if you were fearful of not being able to be pregnant or something like that, it could be that a surprise comes through that you are, for those of you who can want to, that kind of thing. Now, for others of you, if you don't want to be pregnant, just be careful, because there could be that surprise coming through if you're not careful, if you don't take precautions. Now, for others of you, there's a surprise for you. You're going to get, if you're like entertainers, okay, I'm just going to put it that way, or if you work with children, you're going to get a breakthrough in your area of work, an opportunity out of the blue, a surprising opportunity to either perform somewhere or to work with children, okay? Or an invitation to go to a party, and there could also be surprise romance coming through for you. Aquarius Leo axis. So this is interesting because the Aquarius Leo axis is a 7th house axis, 7th house, 1st house axis, which is an attraction, an undeniable attraction, because two people are so different. And it's like someone you would never go for, or someone who would never go for you, and vice versa. But this person makes you feel like so peaceful. This is just so peaceful. Okay. And all of a sudden, if there is no like romantic connection here, I just see you all of a sudden having some kind of a breakthrough that allows you to feel light and childlike and peaceful. Or it could be an interaction with a child that shows you something and helps you lighten up and helps you just really... For others of you, there's a creative solution coming here for you. A creative solution for something that you're working on. Something about communication. Starseed elemental. You could be discovering your starseed origins. If you haven't yet, you can go ahead and check out my starseed picket cards here on the channel. I do have at least 2, so I feel important information could be coming for you, coming through those readings for you. The number 45 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 9. I feel with the number 9, you're closing a cycle here. I see you're going to get downloads from the higher realms that are going to be very enlightening. And it's going to seem like a genius idea that you have, but it's really coming from the higher realms. There's going to be a child who's going to teach you something. This child is going to enter your life out of the blue, and this child is a starseed, and this child is going to teach you something. So go to the starseed picket cards, and if you have watched that for yourself, pick a card for this child to see what starseed this child is, to see what lesson this child is going to teach you. I'm going to leave a link at the end of the video for you to choose to see who this child could be. But whatever this is bringing you a lot of joy, a lot of lightheartedness, and I see your own inner child coming out to play, and probably you weren't expecting this. If you're having a child, if you're the one having a child, your child is a newly incarnated soul, okay? And this child is going to be very inquisitive. But I do see your inner child. I see you recapturing that wonder, that innocence, that truth, and that wisdom that only comes with purity. And so it's like you're returning to innocence, returning to that purity. And realizing that you can go back to being childlike. I'm not saying childish, I'm saying childlike. And you're going to feel light and playful. Okay, beautiful. You have apocalypsis. The number 50, 60, 74. The number 74 could be relevant. Now, these big changes could seem a little bit chaotic. Okay, like I'm seeing tower moment, like crumbling of a faulty foundation with that Uranus and apocalypsis there. But I don't want you to be scared by the word apocalypsis, please, okay? It doesn't mean the end of time. It doesn't mean anything of that. But I just see there's been this veil of deception that will be removed because, and it's a good thing because that deception has been holding you back from being able to have fun and create and be childlike and feel peace in your heart. It's like you've been through a lot of pain and you're going to see behind the illusion of what caused that pain. And you're coming from a place of fatalism and feeling like all hope is lost. And you're going to feel guided and you're going to feel protected and supported. And you're going to feel hope again. Because you're going to see a faulty narrative. You're going to see through some lies that you didn't see through before. And those lies were keeping you stuck in fear. 5 of Wands. Whatever information reaches you is going to challenge you. It's going to challenge everything you've ever known. So it's not going to be the type of information that will be easy to accept. But they're saying, just ride the wave, okay? 9 of Swords, it could put you in your head a little bit. You could even feel some anxiety as a consequence of this challenging information. It may make you initially feel a little bit fearful because it challenges your stability. But you're being asked to dive deep in your heart and find the love within, because this is saying this is all stemming from fear. You could have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And this fear could be connected to you being able to protect a child or protect children or protect your own children. So what I see the big changes are going to be, if you've been having sleepless nights, worries, fears around your own children or the matter subject of children, or your inner child has been keeping you awake at night, and it's been challenging, it's been rough waters, okay? It's been emotionally turbulent. But look how these waves turn into this placid sea, and this orca's just diving. When this looks like a beaver is struggling to just make his way over to the other side. He looks so worried. He's like, how do I get on these little sticks? And she's aside, diving away. Some of you could have Cancerian energy in your chart, but it's just like, and this is the ocean, and this is like what, a river? So what is this telling us? That this river should actually be really placid, and this ocean, so we can really mold our emotions, and we can just flow with them and allow them, or we can try and fight against them. Now, there could be some kind of competition or jealousy here that is making you nervous. Or someone is challenging your peace, but you're going to overcome this with love. King of Swords. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And Page of Cups. So the next big change is that you could be starting a new project, or there could be a child that you're bringing into this world, or an opportunity to work with children, or an opportunity to allow your own inner child to express itself. Either way, you're going to be feeling uplifted, and you're overcoming these challenges with the clarity of mind and with the use of your heart and love. And so there's this newfound wonder of everything you observe around you, and you're going to feel like a child again. And we have this lotus flower here saying that, yeah, you've been through murky circumstances, but you're going to overcome this, and you're going to come out brand new, like unscathed almost, because you're transmuting that negative energy into positive. Okay? I just want to clarify something here. Okay, what is that King of Swords? I just want to use, I'm going to use these oracles. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You finished one part of your life, and now a new and even better part is beginning. So that part of your life that was bringing you anxiety, you're putting that behind you, and the worst is now behind you, especially if it was something to do with a child. You're going to be able to go on a holiday. The answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation retreat or holiday getaway. So you're going to have some kind of epiphany while you're having fun, while you're doing something that is not work or heavy. That's when you're going to gain that clarity of mind, and that's the King of Swords there. So going on a vacation, a retreat, or a getaway is actually a good idea for you to gain clarity and have a new beginning and move forward and move through this chaotic turbulence of these challenging ideas, information, people, whatever this is. And you're going to know what you're going to want to cut out of your life, who you're going to move forward with, and who's going to be left behind and what. Okay, and one of the things that I feel you're going to be leaving behind is negative thinking connected to fear, because you're having this epiphany that is showing you that that is not the way. The way is love. And when I mean the way is love, I mean the way is a high vibration and peace. It's literally peace and love that is going to allow you to move forward and to have this new beginning and to feel happy. So that was your reading, pile number 3. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comment section. If it did not, choose another pile. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Extra content will be on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time.